Hi and welcome to the WP Toolkit Smart Links tutorial. In this video we're going to cover how to set up and get the most out of your Smart Links plugin. We're starting on the settings page, having just entered our license key and registered the plugin. So the first thing we need to set up is our link slug, which currently is the default of news, and you can see where this appears in our domain linking format. So here I have my domain name, the link slug, and then the name of the link itself. Now this can be anything you want, but it tends to be best to keep it something short, simple, and something that might help to tempt the visitor to click on the link. So things like tips, links, info, more, these sort of words fit in well. They don't extend the link length too far, and they are tempting for people to click on. Now the important thing to remember here is that whilst you can come back into the settings and change this link slug name anytime you want to, and the links themselves within Smart Links will be updated, the links that you've actually used and shared out on social media sites and posted in different places won't be updated, so those will stop working. So whilst you can come back and change it if you want to, or if you really need to, we'd highly recommend picking a good word to start off with and sticking with it. The other option that we have here on the settings page is the Smartlink This bookmarklet. Now to use this, all I need to do is click on it and drag this Smartlink bookmarklet up to the top bar on our browser, so you can see it's appearing there with the plus. If I let go of that now, it's added Smartlink This to our browser window, and we can then use that at a later point when we're on a page that we want to smart link, simply by clicking on that bookmarklet. Now please bear in mind you do need to be logged in to the admin area for your blog within that browser for it to work. Okay, as this is a brand new installation, if we go to the All Links page, there aren't actually going to be any links on there yet because we haven't added any. So instead, let's go to the Add Link page and add a new link. So here we are on the Add New Link page. The first thing I need to decide on is the title or name of the link. Now the product that I'm going to use for this example is a cache plugin for WordPress. It's actually called Viper Cache, so I could simply use the name Viper Cache. Or if I wanted to go with something more generic in case I ever decide to promote a different program with the same link in the future, remember the links will still be out there, but I can change what I'm promoting. I could instead just go with the word cache because it's more generic and not the actual product name. However, what I'm going to do is choose a word that is, in my opinion, suggestive of the end result that people are after when they're looking at WordPress cache plugins. So I'm going to use page speed because that's likely to get my link more clicks because it is the result people are looking for. When you're deciding on the name or title to use for your link, try and go with something that is a little clickbaity, something that suggests the results they are looking for that particular product that you're suggesting or recommending. So the next thing we need to put in is the link itself. This is the destination URL where we are actually sending our visitors who click on this link. Now this particular product happens to be on JVZoo, which is one of the affiliate networks that Facebook doesn't like and bans their links. So if you tried to post this raw affiliate link on Facebook, it would basically pop up with a message saying that you're not allowed to, which we'll have a look at in a moment or two. Okay, so the next piece of information that we have is the Open Graph protocol and meta settings. Now this is basically the title, description, URL and image that will be displayed in your Facebook post, your Twitter tweet, where you post it on social media. Basically, rather than just having a link, the social media site is going to go and grab some information from the site that you're linking to and display that to give more information about it. Now with Smart Links, you have some control over what actually gets displayed on the social media sites, which can be very useful. So let's scroll down a little bit and hit the grab OGP data from primary URL, which will take a second or two to update. Now if I scroll a bit further down, you'll see that as well as picking up the title and description from the website itself, it's also picked up a default image to use. Now this is the information that will get displayed by the social media sites such as Facebook when you post your link. The thing is, with Smart Links, you get the chance to edit this. So let's say the title itself I don't think is very strong. I want to change it to something else. So I've got something written out which is actually going to encourage people to click on the link. And let's do the same with the description. Let's change the description up, pop something else in there. And again, I've put an actual call to action in here. Click here to watch the demo video now. That simple call to action will help us get as many clicks as possible on our link. And you can do the same thing with the default image for the Facebook post. If you don't like the one that's been picked up by Facebook or whichever social media site you're using, then you can simply browse to your media library and pick one that you've already got, or just type in the URL of an image that you've got on one of your sites and you can use that instead. Okay, now if I scroll further down the page, there is one more thing that I want to cover before we actually save this new link. And it's the advanced settings option for using a tracking pixel, whether it be for Facebook, Perfect Audience, Google, whoever, on this particular link. Now this can be really, really powerful, and very few link cloakers allow you to do anything like this. Basically, if someone has clicked on your link, they've expressed an interest in what you're promoting. So why not use retargeting ads to drive them back to that promotion and increase your conversions and increase your profits? And all you need to do is copy and paste the tracking code into this field here. Okay, so now let's scroll all the way back up to the top of the page and save or publish our new link. Now there is the option to save the link as a draft without publishing it, so it's not live, just in case you want to go back and make changes to it or check something. Perhaps you want to find a different default image to use, anything like that. You can save it without publishing it, so it's not actually live on your site. But with this one, we are ready to set it live. So let's click on the publish, and it'll just take a moment or two to update the page. Now, first of all, once it's published, you'll notice we have the main link itself here, the primary link. And if we simply click on copy, that will copy it into our clipboard, ready to use wherever we want. However, down below, you'll notice we also have links with Facebook and Twitter at the end of the primary link. I'm actually going to highlight that and copy that into my clipboard. Now, this is a really useful tool. Basically, Smartlinks allows you to put any word you want or ID at the end of the primary URL as a tracking ID for reporting. In simple terms, this allows us to see in the reports page where our links are getting clicked. So if I use the Twitter version when I post in Twitter, and then use the Facebook version when I post on Facebook, when I then go to the reports option, which we'll have a look at in a few minutes, I'll be able to see which of those links is getting more clicks. In other words, we can see where we're generating more traffic, whether Twitter is better for our traffic, whether Facebook is better for our traffic, or any other source where you are posting these links. Now, this particular site isn't going to have anything in the report section because we've just added our first link. So instead, let's pop across to a different site that I have Smartlinks installed on and have a look at the reports on that. And as you can see, this site has 3 active links with tracking IDs, so I can see straight away where the traffic is being generated. And having this level of data available is extremely powerful for seeing exactly where your marketing is being successful and effective. Add in the tracking pixel for conversions, and suddenly you know exactly what's working in your marketing, so you can concentrate your time and efforts on the thing that is actually bringing you profits. Okay, so now that we're on a site with some links, let's go across to the All Links page and have a look at that, where we get all the smart links that we've set up listed in one place. Now, this page lists our links in the order in which they were published on our site, and it gives us the option to quick edit for basic details, full edit, we can go in and change anything on the link, or we can trash the link, or we can view it. We can also copy the basic prime link itself. We can share this on Facebook or Twitter. We can see the number of clicks and unique clicks and the date this particular link was published. So if the offer that you're promoting closes or ends or disappears, you can simply come into this All Links page, choose the link itself for the offer, click on edit, and it will bring up the full edit screen. So you can then simply scroll down to where you have the affiliate link, and you can update that with a new offer that is still active and valid. In other words, all those links out there for this offer that you shared on social media, instead of going to a dead offer that's no longer around, all those people clicking on it will actually be sent through to a new, relevant, congruent offer that you've updated the links with. So those aren't dead links and they're not wasted clicks. And you can also update the OGP data and indeed update your tracking pixel if you need to change that in the advanced settings as well. And once you're happy with the changes that you made, simply scroll back up and click on the update button to confirm those changes for that link. Okay, so the last page we need to look at is the bridge page option. Okay, before I actually explain what the bridge page is, I want to mention that there is a default setup. It's this one here on the left. It's very plain and simple. And if you're happy with that, you do not need to play with the bridge page settings at all. It will work as it is, and you don't need to worry about this unless you want to make changes and tailor it to suit the theme or feel or brand of your site more than the default will. In other words, if you don't want to fiddle with this, you don't need to. It'll work out of the box. Okay, now what is a bridge page? It's a very simple thing. When someone clicks on your link, they're not sent straight through to the final URL, the affiliate link or whatever it is. They actually go through a bridge page, a page in the middle. So they click on the link, they see this intermediary page, and then they end up on the site where your link sends them to. Basically, it's part of how Smartlinks works its magic. But let's scroll on down. There is a default template, but there are some extra templates available. And more importantly, you can edit these as well. Now for this example, I've chosen the white template over here because it fits with the theme of my site. And then I've clicked on select site logo and picked a new logo from the media library. So I've just selected one of these that fits well, and that URL is already in here. In other words, when someone clicks on one of the links from this site, instead of seeing the paper aeroplane logo here, they're going to see the logo, company logo that I've chosen here, adding a bit more congruency with my site and a bit more branding to make people comfortable as they go through to their destination link. Now if I scroll further down, you'll see that below, for advanced use, is the option to make changes to the actual template that we've chosen. So this is the HTML code for that template that I've chosen from those listed above. And I can go through and tweak any of the settings in the HTML for that template. Now please bear in mind, if you do make any changes and click on Save Bridge Page Content at the bottom, it will be saved to the template above. So I'd highly recommend that you take a copy of the code in here, just click in the box and do Control A and Control C for copy, and copy that code somewhere else into a text file or something, just so you've got a backup copy of it that you can restore if you make any mistakes, just so you've got peace of mind. Okay, so let's head across to Facebook and actually make a post or send a message with our link in so that we can actually see that bridge page in action.